Okay guys, we're going to talk driver. Now, over the last couple of days, both online students and face-to-face students, this is something that I've been talking very much about. What you need to understand to be able to perform really well with your driver is, let's say, three things, right? Three things that are going to make driver so much easier. Number one is the importance of tilt, okay? Now the tilt, if I imagine I got set up here as I get addressed to the golf ball, you can see the way that my head is focusing very much on the back of the golf ball. And if you were to draw a line through the center of my lead foot and through my head, this is my sort of tilt. And what I work on with students is making sure when they turn back, they rotate around that tilt. And to do that, you have to turn your lower body correctly, because your lower body is going to massively influence your spine. Golfers who really struggle with driver have a difficulty with one of two things. They either slide, so the spine aligns itself like so, or they tend to move the upper body. Instead of creating a good rotation where the head stays still, we rotate around this angle, they move this way. So once you establish a good rotational movement and you've rotated around your tilt, you have a really good chance of incorporating the second move, which is arms down. Okay, so once you've got a nice rotation in this backswing position, then what you now need to be thinking about is bringing your arms down. Bringing your arms down, what would be classed as our sort of plane line, as I'm demonstrating here, okay? What you don't want to do is try and hit the ball with the club head like so. You have to be brave, and brave is the thing, right? And brave is like the big thing, especially with any lessons that I'm giving. It's like, come on, just have a go and step into that element of uncertainty, because otherwise if you don't, you're never going to know what you're capable of. So that's definitely the second thing, arms down. The last one, which is a really funny misconception, and it's the ridiculous reason why most people slice, is you think that I've got to turn and not use my arms to hit the ball. So loads of golfers are trying to rotate really hard at the bottom of the swing because they've fallen into this narrative where I've got to turn and not use my hands. That couldn't be any further away from the truth. All the data, all the biomechanical data and all the tour professionals and elitist golfers that have been measured, we know that there's a huge amount of arm rotation in the bottom part of the swing to square the face. So what I would do is I would do a couple of things, right? I would work on your rotation around your tilt. I would convince yourself to drop your arms down. And then what I would start to do is just do a few swings where you really concentrate, particularly on the left hand, right? Or your lead hand, really concentrate on getting that sensation that the back of your left hand is rotating. So a lot of golfers, doing this sort of thing, right? Back of the left hand rotating, feel like it stays nice and straight as I'm demonstrating here. And I promise you, if you can do those things, right? If you can have a nice tilt in that setup position, if you can have a nice rotation around that tilt, get those arms coming down with a closure on the club face, it's as easy as that to get rid of that slice. I'll see you soon.